How you doing? In this video, I'm going to show you how to use the rectangle tool. Stay tuned. The rectangle tool, right? Rectangle tool is located down here. Shortcut is U. You click and you find right here, rectangle tool, right? All you gotta do is click and drag to draw however big you want it to be, and then let go. And then it's gonna create a rectangle tool, right? Now, if you wanna make it more symmetrical, so it's gonna be more square shaped, you gotta hold down Shift and then click and drag. It's gonna be more symmetrical. See that? It's gonna be more square, right? Now, if you zoom in a little bit, you don't have to zoom. I'm just zooming for you, right? So you can see. This little dot right here, right? You can just click and toggle it. It's gonna create rounded corners, right? Click and drag, it's gonna create rounded corners. As you can see, the more you drag, the more rounded corners it becomes, okay? You can drag it and put it back where it was, and so on and so on. All of this is all working the same thing, right? Great. Now, let's say you don't want to use it like this, right? Let's say you don't want to use it like this. You want to sort of, well, let's say professionally so, if you want to say professional. But then you can just click and just click. Don't drag. Just click and let go, and then you're gonna have a little box menu, and that little box menu is gonna tell you, it's gonna ask you how much width and how much height you want to do. So you're gonna just get straight to it, right? Let's just say 250 pixels by 250 pixels, right? And then you click, and then you get the desired shape, right? You can always just make more, click, and then maybe now you want it to have rounded corners, right? You click here and you pick maybe 25, and then you click here, and then it's gonna have rounded corners. This is not an ellipse, by the way. This is not a circle. This is a square, but then it's just small. In other words, the corners, let me transform it out so you can see this. You see that? The corners, when they're too close together, they almost make it look like an ellipsis, a circle, right? So let me just zoom it out, So this is how it works. You can always go back and, play around with the rounded corners like that, right? Again, let's click and make another one. But now I want to show you something. You could either start it from the center, right? In other words, wherever you clicked, right? From where you clicked. Remember, I clicked here, right? Now, from where I clicked, it's going to be the center of the shape, right? So when you say from the center and create, that's how it's going to look like, from the center, okay? This is not the corner, right? Otherwise, if I didn't click this option, the shape was going to start from this up left corner, top left corner, okay? That is all straightforward. I don't have to keep explaining that kind of a thing, right? Again, let me just click to create another one, and then I'm going to show you something. You see right here on the rounded corners, let me make this small. Let me make this 50, right? Rounded corners. Just want to make this so it's clear, right? You see, rounded corners, 50, right? Great. Now let's do it again. I click here, and then you see this little chain icon thing, right? I just toggle it off, and then now every corner has its own wheel, right? Every corner has its own wheel. So I can make this one 60, and maybe make this one make this one 10, maybe make this one, I don't know, 20, 20, and then make this one, 0, right? So now everything has its own wheel, right? I click here, and then as you can see, every one of these has its own thing, right? Let me zoom in a little bit, right? everyone has his own thing, right? Own corners, like that. Great. Now, let's talk about in case you want to make these shapes, colorless or like see-through, whatever you want to say, right? Now, not using these fill options and opacity, this is for another video. Don't use that. You have all things here, right? Now, changing the color. Let's talk about the color first, right? You can come up here on fill, right? And you can change the color. Click any color you like. As you can see, I'm changing the colors right here, right? Or let's just say you wanna make it feel less. I don't know if that's the word, but let's just say you wanna cancel the color, right? So you're gonna click here on no color. See that icon? So there's not gonna be any color. The shape is there though, right? The shape is there. If I click away, let me just click on this one. You see nothing here, right? But there's a shape right here. There's a shape right here looking at us, right? It exists. It just doesn't have any color, right? Let's go back to it and then maybe put a stroke on it, right? Maybe make the stroke sort of a little thick, maybe 6, 5, whatever pixels, right? And then there it is, right? Still the same shape. You see that? Great. Now, so I'm gonna click here and click the ellipsis tool, right? And then there's nothing much, to explain. That's why I just chose to mix this video with the ellipsis, because, I'm not gonna do a separate video for the ellipsis. There's nothing to explain. All you gotta do is click and drag and you will have an oval shape, like this. If I let go, it's more oval, however you want it to be, however big you want it to be, right? But let's say you want it to be more symmetrical, more circle, everything just perfect, right? You click shift again and hold, and then you can click and drag and it's gonna be a perfect circle, right? And literally there's nothing else to explain with this shape. It's just how it is. There's no things to drag around. There's no changing of the shape, except maybe you wanna come back and make it a little oval, you could just transform it like this. But then this is obvious, it's in front of your face. You don't have to know a lot about it. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching, subscribe and share, and that is it.